Back home. Port Royale on the Xbox 360. This is going to be something new, actually. I don't think I've done a turn-based game on the Xbox 360 yet. And this is going to be an interesting one because it's kind of early on. It's kind of a really simple merchant sim right now. Sort of a less, I guess, sort of a Sid Meier's Pirate with fewer bells and whistles. I guess the best way to describe it. I guess they're supposed to be naval warfare, but really, Sid Meier's Pirates is a game about elegance. This is a game that's pretty much about spreadsheets. Now I'll explain that in a minute. I went over my previous game save that I performed all this offline last night, just trying to get back to the swing of things. I played this game about 3 years ago, and I barely remember it. So I decided to kind of start from the beginning, and the first mission in this game is to actually sell 100 pounds of raw sugar, or 100 units, we'll call them that, units of raw sugar. So the question is, where do I get the sugar? Because basically, I have 250 units of space on my ship. But what really matters is, where am I? See, that's the wealth I built up since I started. My real question is, where am I going to buy the sugar? Because I only have a certain amount of money, and the idea is to buy low and sell high. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump into near the end of this trip. I'm not going to start from the beginning. It would take me too long. I mean, I could start over from scratch. I guess I should. But we'll do that if I have to. Let's see. Enter town. So we'll go into Port Royale as I explain what I've done so far. For the purpose of this video, you're only going to see me go to the docks. This is basically just sort of a review of what I've done so far. Because I really wasn't able to do anything else other than just visit docks. Nothing else was open to me. Okay, so I'm here at the dock. And you can see right here, let's see, what am I currently carrying? I'm not carrying anything. Okay, that's weird. Maybe I accidentally did something I didn't mean to do. Well, I have plenty of money, so let's see what I need to do here. Dock. Yeah, that would be really weird if I started from scratch. I'm pretty sure I didn't have 0 cargo when I started. Let me reload this for a second. I was not expecting that. You know what? I'm going to start from the beginning. Why the heck not? Yeah, we'll start from the beginning a little bit. I didn't make any progress. I mean, I lost everything that was on my ship. Okay, so that's my goal. So what do I have going on? Actually, I might have already sold all my goods. Maybe that was the problem. Okay, so let's see what I'm on right now. I have nothing. So I guess they started me out from scratch. Okay, so I'll just go through what I did before. Okay, to play this game, since I said it's basically a big spreadsheet, I decided to use my laptop. And I created my own spreadsheet so I can keep track of the price of goods in this game. This mission requires me to, again, acquire 100 units of sugar and then sell them here. Here's the problem. Look at the price of sugar in this game. At least at this point. It's, let's see, I'll move it to the top. That's the sugar on top right now. See where it says 421? That is the current inventory. Actually, that's probably where I screwed up. Okay, so ignore what I just said. Let me go back to the ship. Here we go. Let's see, we're looking for sugar. There it is. See, it says sugar's highlighted here on top. On the bottom of the screen, at the bottom, it says trade sugar. That's what it is, right here on top. So I need 100 of these. But we don't know how much sugar costs. I know, but this is how much sugar costs in this city at this time. So how do I know what's worth buying and what's worth selling? The game does provide a few basic tips. They say don't buy, buy low, basically it's buy low, sell high. So don't buy anything that's currently in demand and don't sell anything where the price is low, which means this city produces several items, and you'll see those items here on the town info screen. I hit the left trigger to go here to the town info screen. Go to the what is it, about halfway down the screen where it says production. You'll see a little cotton icon there, a little corn icon, metal, rum, and tobacco. and that's reflected here. There are these little gears right here. Like here, I took the corn right here. I'm going to move corn to the top. That's where corn is right now. There's a little gear next to it, which means that this item is produced in this city. And I'll explain that, what all these icons mean in a moment. So at the top of the screen, it says inventory, demand, and production 10 days. There are 3 columns here. The first number right here is for wood. It says 413. That's the current. So the column on the left, the number on the left is the inventory, the current amount that's in this town. 291 is the middle column. That's demand. That's, as far as I'm concerned, it's how much the town really needs. Everything else is pretty much surplus. And the far right column represents the amount of that product this city produces over a 10-day period. So if I come back in 10 days, there'll be that much more. And that's represented here by this corn, which I just moved up to the top. See how this third column here on the right is blank, except for the corn. 91 inventory, 45 demand. It produces 40 units of corn in 10 days. So that's my clue that this particular item is cheap in this city. So if I'm going to buy anything in this city so I can sell other places, it's going to be something that this city produces. Produces corn, so corn's cheap, and it's probably going to be worth buying while I'm here. That's my logic. And I know based on my previous playthrough that corn is at a very good price in this city, so I'll probably end up buying some more. So what else should I consider purchasing here? Well, these are metal items right here. I moved them up to the top. Metal is produced in this city. You can see it produces about 300, wow, in 10 days. So that might be something that's worth buying here as well. Below the metal is cotton. That's what this represents. I just moved it up to the top. It produces 160, or it will be up to 160 units in 10 days. So that might be another item that's really inexpensive here. And let's go to the last one. Okay, I can't move tobacco up to the top. Just a second. Tobacco is now on the bottom. See that where it says 180 on the very bottom? Now it's on the bottom. That 180 means that's another item that's here. I should mention that so far over this entire game, tobacco does not change in price at all. It is always $120 or 120 gold. So just keep that in mind. Let's see. Bottom is meat. There we go. And that's rum down there on the bottom now. 170 is what it will be producing in about 10 days. So now that I know that this is a city that produces, doesn't demand anything yet. If any of the middle column numbers were in red instead of in white, that would mean that the city demands it. So I'd probably be able to command a higher price for it if I had any. But this is our home city, so it's nothing's really in demand now. Now what I did on my spreadsheet was to actually keep track of how much things cost in every city I visited, because I wanted to see what the trends were. And I'll load up that spreadsheet now as I'm talking. Because what I did is all these prices you see here in gold, that's how much an item is worth. You see the inventory on the far left side. You see in the middle, you see right next to the right of the gold, the third column. That is the number of items I currently have on my ship. So I don't have anything on my ship right now. As you can see yeah, I don't have anything on my ship. Do I not have a ship? Anyway, there's nothing on my ship. That's why everything says 0. And the far right column appears to be the average amount. In other words, it's how much these items cost for me to purchase. So if I buy wood here, that will say 62. In fact, I'm going to buy some corn here. Actually, it's not as cheap as I thought it was going to be. Let me load that. Yeah, it's fine. It's a text delimited file. Comma delimited file. There we go. Corn here is way more expensive than I was expecting. Okay, so... In fact, the cheapest corn I've seen actually costs 60. So I'm not going to buy that here. It's produced here, but it seems to be kind of expensive. Now, if I wasn't sure, I'd probably just buy one. Like that. See? So I'm unsure about the price. But you see that far left column now? It says 83. That's how much I bought it for. That's the average price of all the corn I purchased since I've started selling it. I haven't sold any yet. You'll see that number change as I go to different cities. Sugar is very expensive. We're going to want to come back for this. Yes, that is hemp. To my knowledge, yeah, you don't want to buy it here. It's too expensive. What is cheap here? Metal. How metal is it? Well, in this case, it's very valuable. I've documented this as worth 160 gold in a lot of other cities. So it's definitely worth buying here. Again, if you're unsure, you might buy, say, you might buy a pittance because you're unsure how much it's worth. I know it's worth a lot more in other cities, so I'm going to buy some extra. But again, that's my logic. Oh, I'm pressing up on the D-pad. Well, what happens if I go, see how it's worth 99? Watch, and by the way, on the far left side of the column, far left side of the row, excuse me, there are at least 2 green bars you might be able to see. Now, watch what happens if I try to purchase one more unit of metal. See that? The bar goes down, and the price of the metal goes up from 99 to 104. Because I'm taking away an increasingly dwindling supply of that item. In fact, it gets really nuts. If you go like that, you see the metal gets a lot more expensive because I'm basically taking everything they have. I'm not going to do that, so I'm going to press down, and that'll take me down to a lower price level. And then I'll press down again, and it'll go down to the base level of 99, which is what I'm willing to pay. Now, I can go higher, but for the purpose of this video, I'm just going to explain I'm only going to go up to its maximum $99 price point, which is this, just 10. If I try to buy 11, it'll go up. So I'm not going to do that. Okay, so now let me see if I can buy one more. Nope, can't buy one more. Well, I could, I just don't want the price to go up. It's not a bad thing if the price goes up, because sometimes even a higher price is still a discount. Because if I'm selling this at a neighboring city for 160 gold, there's nothing wrong with buying it for 100 instead of 99. But for this video, I'm just kind of explaining my logic. Cotton, 60. I know offhand that's a very good price for cotton, because that's the lowest price I've seen. It's produced here, so I can buy some. Ugh, that's a lot. 60. We'll go 65. That seems to be a reasonable price. There are other things like popularity, which is based on how much of someone's in-demand products you sell or buy. For instance, if I take all the cotton, if I take all the cotton in this city, my popularity is probably going to go down, because the people kind of want some for themselves. They don't want just some schmuck taking all the cotton they have in their warehouses. That seems to be the logic anyway. What else can I buy here? Dye doesn't seem to change very much in price. This seems to be an okay price. I'll probably buy one. But it goes up, and it's a very volatile. It doesn't, actually, the price isn't very, very much. I've seen it as low as 140. In most cities, it's worth 190. So I'm not going to buy a bunch of that. In fact, as you can see, the inventory on the far left-hand side says 66. But you can see all the bars to the left of that 66, they're all red. So there isn't that much to go around in this city. They don't like it when you take all their dye. 259 that's coffee. That's about as low as I've seen it. I'm checking my spreadsheet. That's about as low as it gets. I'll probably buy some. I've seen it for 255. But you can see the bars are all red on the left-hand side of the screen, so I'm not going to buy that much. See, my popularity decreased because I'm buying a good that is in low stock. So it's not a good idea to buy a bunch of stuff if there are a bunch of red bars next to it, because that means you're basically taking what little they have. If those bars are green, like here, there are 2 green bars here, so I can buy a lot more metal before the popularity starts to decrease. So try not to take what little people have if they don't have a lot of something. Like, they have a lot of tobacco, but as I've stated before, the price never changes. So I'm not going to buy much. I'll probably buy like 1 or 2. See, I'm only going to buy 1. But as I've mentioned in the past, as I just mentioned a second ago, I've never seen the price of tobacco go up or down. It's always 120 no matter where I go. I don't know what's going on with that. Meat. Meat is always expensive in this game. Very few people have it. See how it's in red here? That's the case almost everywhere. Meat is not very common in any of the cities I've visited thus far. It's also very expensive. The lowest price I've seen for it is about 560. So this is about the lowest price I've seen. And it's constantly in demand. I want to say that it's almost always worth $590 or 590 gold or more. So I can buy some of this. But you don't want to take too much, and people get mad if you start taking their meat. Because as you can see, those bars are all red. I don't have a lot of it. So I'll just take a few because I know I can sell it for about 590 gold in another city, and I'll increase my popularity with them because everyone seems to want meat. No one seems to have enough meat. Clothing is the most expensive item I've seen so far in the game. It's regularly on sale for. It's regularly being purchased at $850. There are cities that sell it at a huge discount. I think was it Turks Island or Turks and Caicos, one of those islands, sells it for 540 gold. So you can sell it anywhere, and you're going to make a $300 profit on every unit you purchase. It's always in demand, and except for the one city in Turks that actually sells it, no one has it. It makes no sense to buy this shirt here because that price is way too high. I know where to get it at a much better price. Ropes. People actually sell ropes in this game. Okay, that's not too bad. You can get them for as low as $120. There's no reason to buy them here. Rum. Rum is the killer of the mind. Let's see. I've seen this for as much as 500. Yeah, 520. This is a city that produces rum. But rum is like hemp. It makes you very popular everywhere you go because everyone seems to want it. But as you can see here, the price is pretty volatile. It's pretty easy to take too much rum from a city. They seem to really want it. No one ever seems to have enough. Even though, as I said, the city produces quite a bit of rum. Bread. I've seen this for sale for 170 bucks because sometimes some places have it in surplus. It's regularly on sale for about 260 bucks. This is not a good price. I would not buy it here. What I should note is that if you can carry some bread with you and sell it to any other city, your popularity is almost guaranteed to go up because no one seems to have enough bread ever. So meat and bread are a great way to increase your popularity because no one seems to have enough of it. Now I need sugar. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna get some more metal because I know I can sell it at a much better price. Okay. And you see the average is 102, so I paid $102 for this batch of metal, which is a great price because I'm going to sell it for 150 in whatever town is near me. Cotton. I definitely want to buy some more of that. So we'll take the price up to 70 because I know I can sell it later on for like 90 bucks. And what else? Not much else. Nothing else seems to be really... Like I said, I'm not going to buy a bunch of tobacco because I've already burned myself buying too much. I mean, tobacco is almost like... It's not like paper. I want to say it's like pennies. You buy it. It's like give a penny, take a penny. You can buy 100 units of tobacco for $120. You sell it to the city next door for the same price you bought it. So it's basically just filler. I've never seen it vacillate in price really ever. In fact, buying it at 121 was probably a bad idea. I don't even think I'll be able to make a profit off of that. But it was something I ended up selling after a while because it was just taking up space on my ship. So let's shove off, shall we? This is really all I need to do at this point in the game. Most citizens do not care about me. That's established. Won't visit any of these other places because they aren't important. Press B to leave. Okay, once we enter this naval chart, I press the left trigger to speed up and the left trigger again to slow it down. That's the only way to adjust the speed of the game. We're gonna go to Haiti. Gonna go to Port-au-Prince. Press the X button. I'm supposed to approach it. What happened? Oh, I don't have a ship. Maybe that's the problem. Boy, am I stupid. This seemed to be so much easier the first time I played. Did the game saves not work? Because this is nuts. Ship. Dock. Do I have a ship? Okay, you've got to be kidding me with this. Buy, repair. I don't have any... The bloody heck? Select convoy. Am I... Where's my ship? Just a second. Where is my bloody ship? Oh, there it... I'm an idiot! I pressed the right trigger and that took me to where my ship was. I am such a moron. Okay, so I'm in Andros now. Boy, what the heck was that all about? I'm a total sodding dunce. Okay, so, but you got to see me explain everything that's happened. Okay, I'm going to the dock. You can see on the right-hand side of the screen, look where it says on the right-hand side, you can see the map. Below that, it says Santa Maria. Then below that, it says Andros. Below that, you'll see some numbers that say 187 divided by 250. 187, the numerator, is the amount of units that are currently on my ship. 250 is my ship's capacity. So, I am carrying a bunch of stuff right now. By the way, as I mentioned before, I pressed the right trigger on the main map screen to go directly to my ship. Okay, so now you can see what I have right now. On the third column, to the right of the gold column right here, to the column to the right of it says 86. That's the amount of corn, or it's going to be fruit, that I'm currently carrying. Which is great. Because I see how much I bought for. You can see how much I bought it for, 60 bucks. Let's see, what else am I carrying? I don't have any sugar. Because it's too expensive here. That's probably because I sold it all. But I bought a bunch of fruit, and that's good. That's great. Let's see, because that's a good price for fruit. Okay, I got corn here. I probably sell some more. So let's sell some of this corn. You see I bought it for 60? So it's probably a good idea for me to sell it at 96. Won't sell it all, just sell, whoops. There we go. Sell a few. Actually, that's a good price for corn, isn't it? Yeah, I can probably sell them all. I'll keep a unit of it. And my popularity increased because they really wanted corn. Now, let's see, what else can I sell? Text. 277. Well, I can sell it for 280 in a couple of other states. That's actually a very good price, but I won't sell them any yet because I already sold them something else they wanted. Metal. That's a very good price for metal. I'll probably sell them one unit. See, that's a very good price for metal, 160. What's that? Cotton, that's a buying price. I'll keep that in mind. Metal goods are very expensive. I think they're regularly going for about $390. Metal goods. Yeah, they're regularly at around $385, somewhere around there. This is a good price, but I don't have any. I don't want to buy any because it's way too expensive here. Dye, again, 183. It's below the average. I'll probably buy one of them, but they'll probably get mad, you see, because they don't have a lot of dye. I just bought one. Coffee. They don't have much coffee, and I don't have any to sell them. That's actually kind of a high price. Yeah, it's the highest price I've seen. Cacao, 257. That's actually a good price, isn't it? Yeah, it's about as low as I've seen. They don't have much of it, so I'm not going to buy one. I can sell it somewhere else for about 280, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, about 280 is the highest I've seen if it's in demand. Again, tobacco. It's always 120 bucks. That's how much I bought it for. That's how much I sell it for. So I'm just going to sell them. I'm going to sell them some tobacco. So I can get rid of this crap. It's just filler on my cargo. Okay, meat. See that price for meat? They have no meat. That is the highest price I've ever seen for meat. You see how much I've bought it for. I paid $567 for meat. So I'm going to sell a couple. They'll love me. See? They love their meat. It's actually a very high price, isn't it? Yeah, it's the highest price I've seen. So I'd probably give them one more. Now I'll save one for myself, which I'm going to sell to another place. Check this out. See, clothing. I bought it for $610. I'm going to sell them one. They'll love me. So now they're up to a measly $5. But you saw how much money I got for it. So that's pure profit. Ropes. That's actually a sell price. That's actually a buy price, isn't it? Yeah. The lowest I've seen is $120, but they actually produce it here. Kind of a higher price than I was expecting. I've actually purchased it for $120 in some cities, so it depends on how much certain cities sell it for when they produce it. Rum. This is a seller's price. Yeah, $4.80 is a seller's price. So yeah, that's above average, but I don't have any. Bread. You can see how much I bought it for, $175, so I can start selling them some bread. And they'll love me. See, my popularity increased because they needed bread. And I had some. So I'm gonna. This is about one of the higher prices I've seen. So it's probably worth selling a couple more to them. See? So they'll love me a bit more. Can't see my popularity. I'll get to that. I didn't read that part of the manual, but I haven't really needed it. I'll worry about that later. Okay, I'm running out of time here. So as we finish up, let me just check and see what this town produces. Fruit, wheat, cotton, ropes, and tobacco. Everyone produces tobacco. Now see that number in red? That's it. Let me move it to the top. Those are Adobe bricks. They need Adobe bricks. I don't have any, but that red number means they're in demand. They produce wheat and fruit. Go a bit further down, you can see they produce cotton. They need metal goods. That's why it's in red. The red 9 is there. Go a bit further down. Now let me move that to the bottom. There we go. Coffee's on the bottom. They need coffee. That's a red 9. They only have 6. They want 9. I don't have any. Let's see. They produce tobacco. They need meat. They want 9. They only have 3. Clothing. They want 9. But they only have 5. I've already sold them some, but they want more. So the price will remain high until they get to that demand is met. Now let's see, they produce ropes, and that's it. So for this town, that's the kind of, what would I buy here? I'd buy the stuff they produce with the little gear next to it. So I would definitely buy some wheat here. That's a good price. Like, that's a buyer's price. Let's buy some of that wheat. Not too much, though. Because I can sell that for about 60 in most cities. Maybe 65. Fruit here is a very good price. I would get some more of that. Yeah, that's a very good price for fruit. So I can sell that for 90. Let's see. Corn, that's a very high price. Yeah, again, that's too high for the other stuff. Okay. So I think we're getting close to what we need. Cotton? Yeah, we can buy some more cotton. And I'm full now. Stuffed with cotton. If I can sell that, it won't be a problem. I sold all my tobacco, pretty much. Ropes, I'd probably sell some. I can make more money somewhere else. Okay, so we'll shove off. Press B and B again. We are going to Nassau. Press X to approach. And I will press the left trigger to speed it up. Once we get there, I can join the town. Enter town with the A button, and I'm in Nassau. Somehow I think I already came here. Dock with the A button. My ship is full. What can I sell? Fruit. This is a... Yeah, they sell fruit here. They don't buy it. They buy corn, so I'll probably buy some here. I can sell that for about 90 bucks. What else can I sell? Cotton. They produce cotton here. It's the same island anyway, who we kid. Of course they produce tobacco here. Everyone produces tobacco here. It's just a waste. It's a waste of everything. Okay, meat. That's a decent enough price. I can sell that. Okay. I can sell my last shirt. Sell the shirt off my back because it'll be worth a lot of money to them. Ropes. That is a seller's. Yeah, this is a seller's market. So I can sell all my ropes. Well, not all of them. That's a good enough price. Okay, so I made a profit off of that. This is a buyer's market for bread, see? If you're going to buy bread, get it here. It's cheap. They have plenty of it. They got too much of it. Okay, so I think I overdid it. I can sell wheat here, see? Buy for 39. Sell it here for 64. Let's go here to see what they make. They need wheat. I gave them some. They're going to need a lot more than that. They produce fruit and corn. I already have too much of that, though. Well, fruit, anyway. They produce cotton. They need coffee and cacao. They produce tobacco. They need rum. I have no rum. I think I already sold all my rum. Okay, rum is the killer anyway. So I could probably get some more bread while I'm here, because I can definitely turn that into a $100 profit. I can buy... Corn's worth a $30 profit. So bread's worth more, so I might as well just buy it all here. Whoops. Not too much, because I'm going to sell it for $2.70. There we go. So that's enough bread. This is the lowest price I've seen for bread. And